Hello and welcome back to Salty Sunshine. I had to hop on here because I just watched Friday night's episode of Love Island USA season 7. And I just have to say, I never said I was perfect. I never said I didn't have any flaws. But at least I'm pretty, and at least I'm a little funny, and at least I'm my own best friend. That song runs on repeat every time I hear it. I can't get it out of my head. Apparently there's like an extended version that they're going to show. They showed a little on the app and they're going to show the rest on Saturday nights after sun. So if you want to see that, check it out. I never watched the after suns because they're quite boring in my opinion. And it's such a commitment to watch 5 nights a week that who cares about the after sun? They don't really show you anything anyways. I mean, let's be real. So I think the finale is Sunday night, and I think it's because also Sunday night, the after the villa from season 6 um releases, and that's so exciting because that was a good season. That was an amazing season. And I don't know, I'm excited. They really botched the 7th season, but I will say this Friday night episode was probably one of my favorite only because they physically brought the family members there, which I don't think they've ever done before. They usually only do like a Zoom, like video chat, and they brought physical family members there, and it was like so emotional and so cute. And I love seeing that side of them because it's like something real, and we're dying to see something real on the show because the show has been so bad. And apparently, a lot of the people already knew each other going in. And did they tell them, pretend that you don't know them? Or like, how did that work? Because um who was on the podcast? Oh, Taylor and Clark. No, was it Taylor and Clark? No, Shelly and Ace. So Shelly and Ace were booted off Friday night, but they were already on. I already saw them like talking to somebody on a podcast or something, like via Zoom. And she's like, yeah, I already knew so and so and so and so. And Ace already knew a few of the guys. It's like so many people already knew each other. Like they worked at the same place and they hung out. Like they already knew each other. Like what is going on with producing? That's crazy that they would put so many people that know each other on this show. They're supposed to all be strangers. That is very disappointing. I don't know what's going on, but I don't know. That's crazy. So I'm questioning everything. Like I don't believe anything anyone says. I don't believe in any of the connections. I just feel like it's a big nothing burger fraudulent show for season 7. And so Ace and Shelley get kicked off because they were voted the least favorite by America, which again, I don't even know if I believe that. I don't know what I don't believe anything. It's been very shady this season, and we have 4 couples left. We have Iris and Pepe. We have Huda, and I forgot the other guy, her partner's name. We have who else is it? Um, oh, obviously, Amaya Papaya and her man. Oh, and then Nicolandria, which I don't believe that situation whatsoever. I did love their family though. They were so funny. Her mom was a hoot. And talking about the outfits, you're on fleek. You made me proud. Like that's how I would be with my daughter. I'd be like, oh my god, hell yeah. And he was really cute and emotional with his family. Huda's mom, I know Huda's sister. Her sisters were funny, but I'm not a fan of Huda, so it's so funny to see the family members. You're like, oh, that's what you actually look like. These people have had so much work done that when you see their family members that don't like, you could tell they don't have the same stuff done. Like you're like, oh, you did your nose. Oh, I feel like Iris had a nose job now. Now that I see her sister and her mom, and Huda obviously has had everything done, and Amaya looks like she's never had anything done. She's fine, and neither does Alondria. But I loved Amaya's mom. She was so sweet. And the other one, I don't know any of the guys' names. I don't know why. And I really like Amaya and her guy are really growing on me. I didn't think they were, it's like a quick turnaround for them. I didn't see the connection at the beginning. But now I think they're cute. Now I think real feelings are brewing. I think what's the big deal with this show, they didn't let any connections brew. I feel like they never did this with other seasons. They didn't give them enough time to hang out and enough time to foster something that was there. Like they broke them up with all these new rules of like the people voting them out and then the islanders voting them out and then voting too many off at the same time. They kind of cut all the what could have been and they cut it off like too soon, so nobody actually got to a real connection. And I think that's part of why this season is so bad, apart from the fact that half of them knew each other. My gosh, that makes it really bad too. um so yeah, I guess Sunday's gonna be the end, and I guess we'll see what happens. Like, I know that they did a reunion last year, so I'm hoping they do it again this year. And if they do, I wonder if they're gonna bring like Yulissa or Sierra back. Sierra must be looking at Nick like and Alondria like, what are you guys? I mean, I know it's a show and you're on the show and you have to finish, right? But it's just like, really? You were so into me and now you're gonna act like you had this like undeniable connection with her from the beginning, which everyone knows is not true. Um, it must be so weird for her to watch. Like, what is happening right now? I wonder too, it's all fine and good inside the villa. Once you leave, and you're in the real world, depending who lives where and people see each other and stuff like that, like feelings rekindle, right? So it's going to be interesting because they're going to revert right back to liking who they used to like. Forget about the new person, and hopefully we'll see that on the reunion. Um, like I think Pepe was super into Hannah, way more than Iris. I don't see it with Iris. I never did. I'll never believe that. I don't think he's into Iris. I mean, he might like her a little because I feel like she's such a doe-eyed Bambi in the middle of the forest lost. That's what her face gives me. I wish she would like. She looks like such a genuinely beautiful girl. She has a gorgeous body, and she's pretty. If she would deflate her lips and the fillers and stuff, she would look just like a natural, gorgeous, pretty girl. But she just had that her facials with all the stuff that she's had done. To me, she looks so surprised all the time, which is funny and it's not cute to me. But anyways, apart from that, I think she was more into TJ or whatever his name was, and I think Pepe is more into Hannah. I think the minute he sees Hannah in real life, like Iris is out the door. That's my opinion. Um, yeah, that's my opinion about the couples left. Who do we think is gonna prevail? I think it's up to the audience, right? I think it's up to America. Who are we voting for? So let me see again. The people that are left. I'm gonna have to vote for Amaya and her man. I think they're the only genuine connection. I think Huda and the guy are second in line. I think it's Amaya, then Huda, then Iris by default, Iris and Pepe, because I do not believe in Nick and Alondria whatsoever. I think Pepe and Iris like each other just because they're by default, because they were stuck on the island together. And they're the best choices for each other at this point. But I don't think they're genuinely like each other if they have other choices. But I do think they like each other a little bit. Nick and Alondria, I don't think they like each other at all. So to me, they're fourth. So Amaya's one, Huda's two, Iris is three, and Alondria is number four. That's my vote. So we'll see. What's your vote? Cast. I'm gonna put a little poll up. Who do we think is gonna win? Now we're gonna see them go on like their last final date. Not that they had any other dates. My God, this season was so bad. So they're gonna go on a date unless they change the rules. Maybe they do something else because they haven't done anything that they've ever done before. Um, anything else happen? Well, I'm very gratitude for this last episode. Oh my God, Amaya's gonna come out. I saw that like she has like all these followers now, and apparently Rihanna's Fenty brand slid in her DMs for like a brand deal. So they're going to be making some bank. So that's good for them. It'll make Huda's time away from her daughter worthwhile because, that's the one thing. I don't like Huda. I don't like her energy. And I could change my mind. Maybe she does the work. Maybe she sees herself. She's like, oh my gosh. And then she, switches her tune and stuff. And then maybe I can like her later. As of the show, seeing I don't like her as far as watching her. And like, she's not someone I would vote for. But people I've heard on different podcasts and stuff talk about how could you be away from your daughter? She's a little, you missed her, you're gonna miss her birthday. I would never. I'm like, that's what you guys are worried about. I'm more worried about the way she's acting on TV. That one day her daughter will see, and one day, like just the way she's acting. I don't think time a few weeks away from your kid is perfectly fine, even if it's 2 months. Have you ever heard of people going away for work, like actors or whatever? Like, this isn't money opportunity, everyone. Hello. And I'm all for it. Her daughter's not going anywhere. She's in good hands with her family. Like, get a life. The kid has a father. See, that part I don't agree with. See, I defend Huda on that side because this is a way for Huda to make her although I think she comes from a wealthy family from what I've heard. I don't know if that's true, allegedly. I think they kind of tried to recreate last season's to this. Like Huda is last season's Leah, and like Alondria is last season's Serena. Like I think they're trying to. I think they picked based off of last year because last year was such a hit of a show, and it backfired. Like Ace, I think was supposed to be like Cordell. Like I feel like they kind of mirrored the popular people from last season. But anyways, um, yeah, we'll see what happens. I'm gonna be here on Sunday. I had to get on here and talk because I don't know. I really like this episode, and I wish there would have been like deeper connections for me to be really rooting for somebody. Unfortunately, there isn't, but I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. It's time to vote Sunday night. I don't know if you guys watch TikTok, but speaking of TikTok though, real quick, there's supposed to be a new app coming out to replace TikTok because TikTok refuses to sell their original app with their algorithm. So they're building a new app. Apparently the new app is not it's not gonna be owned by them. It's gonna be owned by like Facebook and stuff, which I'm not happy about that. It's gonna suck. It's not gonna be the same algorithm. It's just like a new app. So it's just kind of supposed to replace TikTok, but it's not TikTok like under a new name and management. It's like not the same algorithm, which is gonna suck. And they're probably not gonna pay anything. And it's not gonna be the same. So that really sucks. If TikTok goes away in September, I'm gonna be really sad. Because that's what they said. It's gonna go away in September. But on TikTok over the 4th of July weekend, there was a crazy, apart from the flooding in Texas, which was insane. And I saw this article, which I don't know if is true, but they said that 2 days before this happened with the flooding in Austin, Texas, that you know how they do those, I don't know what you call it, like they put rain in the clouds, like it's artificial, and they do it like to create rain for some, like if there's a drought, but I don't think there's a drought there, but they did that 2 days before, and it's like too much of a coincidence that then there was all this flooding. And if that's what caused it, they just killed all those people. They should be never be able to do that again. Like, I don't know if that's true, but if it's true, somebody has to be held accountable because that's insane. But apart from that, over July 4th weekend, there was this viral video on TikTok of this poor woman. So there's this really cool woman that she's from Vermont and she moved to some part of, did she say Virginia? I think Virginia, somewhere. And she has like this farmland, like the big pieces of land, and her content is like all about canning like vegetables and sauces, and she does all this stuff with fruit and plants, and she knows all this stuff about all the plants and what they mean. It's like she's like a trad wife type thing, and she's really cool. She has tattoos and she's like really down to earth. And so apparently she moved like not long ago there with her husband. She has a 6-year-old son. His friend from school, one of his close friends from school that he met, the kid's mom invited her to like a 4th of July, quote unquote, cookout slash gathering slash get together party. Everyone's like going crazy over what the name is. It doesn't matter. It's all the same thing. A gathering of people to have fun. That's a party, but at certain ages, it means like, you know, not a party when you're 18, more of a party when you're 40. But anyways, she goes to her garden. She gets all the condiments, all the fresh ingredients, the tomatoes, the this, the that, the basil, the herbs, the onions. She makes a beautiful, what would be at retail like $65 antipasto salad. And she makes it and she's so excited to meet new people and go. She wants to make a good impression. And she gets there and it's like Amityville Horror House. Like it's like really like ugly outside, looks scary. But she goes inside and when she goes inside, I think with the same lady and the two children. But I don't know if the lady just like veered off somewhere and left her alone in the house or something. And somebody looked at her and is like, "Who are you? What are you doing in my house? Or what are you doing in this house? And you need to get out and this and that." And I mean, which is bizarre, right? If a stranger walks into your home holding a freaking salad, you're gonna say, "Hey, how are you? I don't think we know each other. Let me introduce myself." Like you'll find out in 2 seconds, like why she's there, who invited her. Instead, some psychopath was completely rude to her and said, "What the hell are you doing in my house? Where do you get out? You need to get out. You can't be in here." So she doesn't know what to do with herself. She leaves the salad in the kitchen, walks outside. Oh no, before that, the lady that told her that runs outside to tell her minions that some strange ladies in the house. Like the lady, she doesn't look like a hobo or meth addict. Like she just is a lady with a salad. So the guy walks in the house all pissed off and's like, "Who are you? What are you doing in this house? You can't be in here. You have to go outside." First, she's like shell shocked. She doesn't know what the hell to do with herself. And so she freaks out and just like grabs her kid in the front. She walks to the front and people are like mocking her. Like the same guy that was like, "Yeah, oh, nice and happy 4th of July. Like, bye. Don't let the door hit you in the ass," type of thing. And she's like, "What the freak is happening right now?" She's like losing her shit. And I know the feeling. Like I felt like, I don't know, I could feel her sadness because she gets in the car, she takes her kid in the front home. The other lady tried to apologize, like the mom of the little boy, but she's like, she took the lady's little boy with her so her son couldn't like play at the house because she's ruining the kids. She feels like she's ruining her son's 4th of July, even though it's not her fault. So she goes home and she gets in the car to cry and record on TikTok because she has like a Facebook following and a little bit of TikTok following. Now she has a bigger TikTok following, but most of her following is like back on Facebook with her recipes and all her garden stuff. But like she gets on TikTok and she's like, just to vent because she's like freaked out. And you and everyone would be freaked out like if we were treated like that. It's like you're almost like you're in shock. It's like an outer body experience. What is happening? How did that happen? What did I do wrong? Like, is this really happening? This is crazy. So she gets online. She says the video, she starts breaking down crying. And it's one of those cries from you feel bad and you want to cry because it's so sad that somebody would be that hurt from a stranger's like behavior. And it's really like so unwarranted. And you're like, why did this have to happen? So she goes viral and everybody's freaking out. So it's like the antipasto salad lady. If you put that in TikTok, it'll come up and you'll see all the stuff, but it's rollerballed into the biggest drama. So she gets online and does that. She doesn't say who they are, but she did mention like a first name of the lady that owns a house that was really rude to her. Her name was Stasia or something. But she didn't realize it's a small town. So she didn't think anyone would know who they are or find them because it's not New York or anything. It's like a small little town. People found them. People found them and flooded their stuff with hate, which I don't agree with because people are so trolly. But they flooded them with all this stuff to the point that girl got online on her TikTok and it was like, "Listen, we're not mean people. My husband's not mean. That's not what happened. She took it out of context, blah, 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 blah." And she got even more hate and escalated. And then like apparently the husband called the lady to apologize and the lady recorded it and she posted it and she's like, he's kind of like half-assed backhanded apologizing because there was a lot of buts and a lot of, "Why did you have to send people after us?" And she's like, I didn't think they would find you. It's not my fault. I didn't do anything wrong." So from there, a cop shows up at her house in an unmarked car, like off duty or something, and leaves his card looking for her husband, like the nice lady. And she's like, what the hell? So she records herself calling the police station back, calling the cop back. The cops she's recording everything. And the guy's like, somebody called with a death threat to some, and we think it's your, we want to talk to your husband to make sure it's not him and all this stuff. So it's like now the police are involved and it's escalating. So it's really wild. It's a really wild story. And I think the lady of the house, the mean one, I think she got fired. I think she got fired because of what's going on. So now she has like a GoFundMe and she's trying to raise funds. It is so crazy. But this lady has gained like this big following now. And everybody's like, because she has dogs, she's like, oh my God, take care of your dogs, put Ring cameras everywhere, because you know how people are. It reminds me of the Karen Reed case. I feel like that's kind of what could have happened with the Karen Reed case of the cop and him dying and them trying to frame her, which I don't know if that's, I think she could very well be guilty, by the way, or she could be innocent. I think it could go both ways. I think there's not enough evidence to prove either one, but I could totally see how cops would frame, like his cop friends would frame her, because, cops could be corrupt, and any government entity could be corrupt AF. And in a small town, people think they own everyone and they think they could do whatever they want. And you see it all the time, which is so messed up. There should have someone overseeing that from outside, because that shouldn't be okay. Like this cop car showing up at her house. Cops usually don't do that. They don't act that way. And so the fact that they're trying to intimidate her with the cops because they're friends with those people, it shows like that same kind of police corruption. So she's trying to now find a lawyer just in case she needs it, because it's like it keeps escalating. And anyways, if you want to check out that drama, that's on TikTok. Over the weekend, I've been obsessed with, if you guys saw Presumed Innocent on Apple, I went back, I saw the show, it was so good. I didn't realize it was based off a book, and it is. It's 3 series. So Presumed Innocent by Scott Turow. The second book is Innocent, and the third book is Presumed Guilty. So there's 3 books. I read the second and the third after watching the first season. And let me tell you, 5 stars. So good. I was hooked. I have my other book club book to read that we're reading this month and next month. And I'm going to start reading it now because I just finished the series. I was so hooked. I couldn't concentrate on anything else. But our summer book is Till Summer Do Us Part by Megan Quinn. But if you want to read the other Presumed Innocent series and you haven't, I suggest you read it. And I know they're doing season 2 of Presumed Innocent on Apple, and it's going to come out soon, but it's not going to be based on the second book of the series. It's just going to be based off the first series they did. So if that makes any sense, I really enjoyed that. And Olivia Munn, I thought was so funny with Jeff Bezos and Lauren Sanchez getting married. Olivia Munn when Katy Perry went to space with her little friend group for 10 minutes, Olivia Munn and a bunch of other celebrities came out like mocking them, saying, how ridiculous. And then when Jeff Bezos and Lauren Sanchez got married, she also went and kind of like insulted them not insulted them, but kind of showed her allegiance, like saying how awesome Mackenzie Scott, which is Jeff Bezos' ex-wife and mother of his 4 kids, how amazing she is, because what she does, she focuses on philanthropy and doing really good with her money, as opposed to the waste that Lauren and Jeff do with the money. So I thought it was funny. I wonder if Olivia Munn, do you think she orders from Amazon? I think she does. I think she's talking all this shit about them and she probably believes it, but I think she uses Amazon. There's no way she doesn't use Amazon. I personally would love Amazon to go away, though. I do. I want brick and mortar stores to come back. I think we need it. I think as a society, we need more socialization. I think we need to go in person, see people. I think people need to work in the stores. I think we need to bring back all that and get rid of all the automated crap. And I think we need to go back to that kind of life. That's how I feel. I think Amazon's bullshit. And we can still use it, but we shouldn't use it as often and as a replacement for everything. That's what I think. Anyways, I'll be back tomorrow. We're going to do reality recap with Natalie, so I'm going to be dropping that tomorrow afternoon. So look out for that. We have so much to cover. Real Housewives of Miami, Real Housewives of OC just came out. There's so much to talk about. So we'll be doing that tomorrow. And I'll talk to you soon. Bye.